What's going on, everyone? Happy Monday and welcome back to my channel. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy, having a great day so far, and testing negative for all those viruses that can make us sick. It is time now for the Monday edition of the virus update for Monday, November 17th, 2025. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. You just clicked onto the channel that gives you the latest updates on all those viruses that can make us sick. There's always some sort of a virus out there, whether it be COVID, rhinovirus, norovirus, RSV, flu, you name it. And you need to be informed of what's going on. And let's face it, the news doesn't give you enough information on this. That's where I come into play. I look for whatever I can find to give you the latest news, data, and information. Want to stay informed? Just subscribe down below. If you like today's video, give it a thumbs up by hitting that like button down below. The more people that do that, the more YouTube's going to push my content out to help keep more people informed. Let's try for 150 like button hits today. Share this video with anyone you know, and of course leave your comments down below. Already, we do have a few news stories to take a look at today. We'll take a look at some of our daily data, including New York State, and an update from Pennsylvania, and of course a little bit of wastewater data as well. Starting off with something we have not looked at in a very long time, and that is the weekly B&O update. Yes, it is back because CDC data is back thanks to the United States government reopening. So here is the weekly U.S. COVID update. New cases of COVID, 43,771 estimated. Admissions, hospital admissions for COVID, 3,064. That's down by 2%. In the hospital, 3,101. That is down by 12%. In the ICU, 424. Hey, that's down by 14%. But they do say the following. COVID cases are currently at relatively low levels across the U.S., but increasing in the south and east. So as we see these increases continue, and of course maybe shift to other parts of the United States, I suspect these drops in the hospital admissions and in the ICU are going to slow, and at some point they probably will go up post-Thanksgiving. Now they say the following. During the government shutdown, an estimated 454,714 COVID cases were reported in the U.S., including 31,830 hospital admissions. Data about deaths is not yet known. So far this year, nearly 4.9 million COVID cases have been reported in the U.S., causing 342,907 hospitalizations and 19,153 deaths. Again, that death number is likely to see a significant increase during the next death update, whatever that's going to be. It sounds like maybe Friday is when we're going to get some more data from the CDC, but we'll just have to wait and see what ends up happening. All right, taking a look at this in the state of Washington. 5 students at Washington State University have been diagnosed with whooping cough. Yes, Washington, like all the rest of the United States, is seeing a big increase this year for whooping cough, and we are seeing it make its way into education as well, such as elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and, well, even colleges. As you can see here, Washington State University, 5 students diagnosed with whooping cough. And whooping cough can be quite serious. It can last for a long time as well. Sometimes it's referred to as the 100-day cough. Many different things that it gets called. Pertussis is actually what it's known as. Cambodia. Yeah, this is not good. Cambodia reports fatal H5N1 bird flu case in a 22-year-old man. Yes, they have recently reported a new human case of H5N1 bird flu, and unfortunately, this person did die, and they have seen several deaths from H5N1 bird flu over in Cambodia this year, and this is the 13th confirmed case, I believe, since the start of the month. In total, 17 human infections have been reported in 2025, including 7 deaths over there. So, yeah, Cambodia has been having an H5N1 problem. And of course, as you know, here in the United States, back in the state of Washington, they had a different type of bird flu as a human case. What was it? H5N5? There's a lot of different H viruses, but yeah, H5N1 in Cambodia has led to a human death. Yikes, not good. All right, moving over to Dennis the COVID Info Guy now with his Queensland weekly respiratory report from November 11th to November 17th, 2025. Reported COVID cases. Good news here. That's down by 2%. 291 cases. Influenza. 1,331. That's up slightly by 2.5%. RSV. 386 cases. Hey, that's up by 6.5%. COVID in hospital numbers. Now we're taking a look at the hospitalizations. 29. Hey, that's actually up by 38%. Influenza 55. That's down by 20.2%. RSV 29. That is up by 20.8% at this time. And when we take a look at COVID variants, XFG does dominate at 42%. KP.3.1.1 is second at 34%, and NB.1.8.1 sits at 24% at this time. All right, for those who watch football, either you watch CBS, or maybe it is you watch NFL on Fox, whatever it is you watch, you all know who Terry Bradshaw is if you're a football fan. You know, the NFL on Fox Sunday. Well, guess what? Terry Bradshaw had to sit out yesterday from the coverage that they show throughout the day during the games, the pregame shows, the halftime reports, all that postgame. Yeah, he was just not there yesterday. And apparently on Instagram he says, "Look, I'm fine. I'm just dealing with a common cold." Okay. He's dealing with a cold at this time. And let's face it, there are a lot of colds out there going around that are not COVID. And he happened to get one of them. I mean, he travels to a lot of different places. I mean, you see him on Fox on Sundays, but he travels to other places throughout the week. He goes home. He does other things. So, yeah, you're going to encounter colds once in a while. So we hope it's just a cold because he has had health issues in the past. All right. Taking a look at this is not good. Pneumonia is something that is also out there. There's a lot of viruses out there. And that's what I do. I try to inform you of these viruses. Another person who caught one of these viruses is Todd Snyder. Yeah, unfortunately, it was pneumonia, as I said. And he died at 59 years old. He was a country music singer. Again, that is Todd Snyder. He has died at 59 years old. Yeah, not good. All right, moving on now. Let's take a look at what's going on in Canada. And today, the viral activity level for COVID in wastewater is moderate. Flu A is moderate. Flu B is low. And RSV is listed at moderate at this time. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with the air qualities here in the United States. We have to refresh this, and while that's refreshing, let's pause for a hydration break. I need it. You might hear it in my voice that I need it. Alrighty, we do have just a couple of minor hotspots here, but overall, this is the best we've seen for this in a while. You do see the plains, some yellow there, not terrible. Florida, some yellow, some oranges and reds in the northeast. I honestly don't know what that is. Maybe it's fireplaces. I really don't know. Maybe there's some fires going on that I don't know about. And the west coast, yes, you still see some oranges, a few reds, even a few purples, but this is much better than it has been. It's not as widespread with the oranges, the reds, you know, the worst colors for air quality. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's slowly starting to trend better. We do see Alberta, Canada, and British Columbia. Definitely a little bit of issues going on there with the air qualities as well. All right, taking a look at what is going on with Pinellas County, Florida, we see just a few calls at this time. Sick person is showing up a few times. In Maryland, unfortunately, things are not as good as they were yesterday in the hospitals. And let's just remind you, when we take a look at this, we're taking a look at the hospital, you know, current occupancy of what's going on, current volume of patients. And when we take a look at 4 is as bad as it can get. It's, the emergency department's overflowing. Of course, 3 is slightly better. 2 is not terrible. 1 is great. And unfortunately, take a look here. You are seeing many 4s today. Yeah, and there are some 1s there, and 3s, but again, far too many 4s here. So the hospitals in Maryland having a busy day today. I can only imagine what's going to happen post-Thanksgiving in just a couple weeks. Taking a look at Philadelphia for Sunday, 708 EMS incidents. That's still below 800. We will take it. Taking a look at what is going on in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, we do see stroke. We also see respiratory emergency. For, what are we at, 5:05 p.m.? 13 calls. That's about average for this time of day. Chester County has been having a very busy day today, and I haven't looked for the last hour, but earlier in the day I was following it, and there were a ton of respiratory and sick person calls, and Yeah, there's still a mixture of everything, including cardiac arrest going on, respiratory emergency, diabetic emergency. Yeah, not good. Busy day for Chester County. Bucks County, also a busy day. You can see when I refreshed it earlier, there were 10 calls. Hey, okay, less busy now. That is good to report. Sticking with Pennsylvania for a moment, here is the latest wastewater for COVID, which did update today, and it did go up slightly across the state of Pennsylvania. It is still listed at very low, but it is starting to trend slightly higher here. And you notice that let's actually, can we zoom this out a little bit? Let's actually go to last year at this time, can we? And you can see, you notice here that Pennsylvania, where are we at? Today's November 17th. Yeah, last year at this time, the value was 2.87. Today at this time, the value is 1.45. So the next wave is going to be starting off a little bit lower than we were last year at this time in Pennsylvania for COVID and wastewater. Hey, that's good news. We can skip over and, well, I'll show you influenza. It's still saying not detected. I think there's data missing there. RSV, it was starting to go up, but now it's gone back down a little bit. RSV still listed at very low. Hospital situation in Pennsylvania, I think we might be retiring this soon. In other words, not showing it anymore. Because I think a lot of these hospitals are just not updating. I don't know what's going on. The Lehigh Valley has been green for weeks and weeks. I don't understand that. For the longest time was busy, but we do see this. Emergency department overcrowding at Forbes Hospital out near Pittsburgh. So that's interesting. So still updates out there. Maybe we won't retire this. Maybe we'll keep taking a look at it. I don't know. Taking a look at what's going on in the state of New Jersey, we do see Cooper University Hospital full and total divert for patient volume. We see Inspire Medical Center Mall Hill, full and total divert. Mannington is having a specialty issue, psychiatric issue at Penn Princeton Medical Center. Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, psychiatric issue, and that is it. But again, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's at least 5 hospitals dealing with problems in New Jersey today. New York, 230 COVID cases reported. Now, I'm not seeing an increase for COVID cases here on this dashboard, but I've seen a few news stories that state the New York State Health Department saying COVID cases are going up in New York State. I don't know. Seems to be conflicting information, if you ask me. Rather interesting. You know what? Today is Monday, speaking of interesting. Let's see if we have an update from Walgreens. It just dawned on me. Monday is when Walgreens is supposed to update, and I'm seeing this still says the 8th of November. So, yep. No new data here. All right, let's take a look at what is going on with wastewater. And we're going to set this to nationwide. We're going to refresh this to see if there's an update. Snohomish, I believe that's where we ended. Yeah, see, it keeps wanting to revert back to that, no matter how many times I refresh this, because I did refresh this earlier in the day. All right, let's take a look at what is going on with COVID. And COVID is listed at high in the Midwest and high in the Northeast still. But you did see when we started this video, we had Norovirus up. Oh, the South is low for COVID. The West is low as well. And here's Norovirus. Little change here. Norovirus is still high in the South, high in the Midwest, but it is now in the medium category, or we'll say medium, moderate, same thing, in the Northeast. So that is interesting. Let's take a look at the nationwide levels, shall we? You can see here, COVID. It's not dropping anymore on the nationwide level. RSV, though low, it is going up. Influenza A, Influenza B, HMPV, all low, but again, it is showing up in wastewater. Norovirus, wow, take a look at this. Yeah, Norovirus has really taken off here in the United States. Yeah, that's not good, despite what's happened in the Northeast. Let's look at the Northeast region, shall we? I want to see why it's showing Norovirus. It's only mean, no, it's still going up there. So I think eventually this is going to go back to rising once again. Let's also take a look at the Midwest region. And we can see in the Midwest region, COVID, it's actually gone down a little bit on a recent update. I don't know. Is that going to get corrected? And Norovirus, yeah, similar deal there. So I think there is definitely a wastewater site that is probably messing with that regional look. Same with the South. You can see Influenza A. There's just, all of a sudden it's just popping upward. That's probably an individual wastewater site that has incomplete data of some sort, and that's why it's showing up like that. We can see Norovirus is still high there in the South. And finally, in the West Coast, we can see here, yes, definitely some things going upward. Look at HMPV. It's still low, but that is going upward. That's actually very low at this time. All right, let's take a look at what is going on in Hawaii right now. And norovirus at both these wastewater sites in Hawaii are listed at high. Measles not detected at this time. COVID is low at this time. Influenza A. Wow. Which wastewater? This is Honolulu. Influenza A is listed at high, and that is quickly going up. Where does that compare to last year is what I want to know. Because this seems to really be rising at this time. Yeah, if it keeps rising this fast, they're going to be on pace to hit last year or even go past last year. And it is rising right around the same time they did last year. So, yikes, that is not a good thing. Also, taking a look here, there's that norovirus. It is continuing to go up. There is another wastewater site, Honolulu. What's going on there? Also, influenza A listed high there as well. And norovirus is going up as well. So if you have a honeymoon or any kind of vacation, maybe it's that once-in-a-lifetime trip to Hawaii, yeah, just be mindful. Right now, Hawaii is dealing with high levels of some of the viruses. Let's see what's going on just northwest of Chicago. I'm seeing norovirus listed there as well as problematic. And COVID, still low. Starting to see influenza A. Yeah, it's definitely starting to increase its prevalence there. And we can see norovirus is listed at high as well. Alrighty, let's see. Where else do we want to go? We'll do one more wastewater site. Let's go. How about we go out to Colorado, shall we? What's going on in South Parker, Colorado? Seeing a high for norovirus. Is anything else problematic there? COVID is low, RSV, influenza B, influenza A, all low, but there it is, norovirus. It is increasing at this time. Alrighty, folks, that does it for the Monday edition of the Virus Update. If you enjoyed today's update, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe down below. Help me reach my end of the year goal of 10,000 subscribers. Hit that notification bell. Sharing this video with anyone you know, hey, that helps me reach my goal as well. And of course, leave your comments down below, and ways to support the channel are also listed down below. I will see everyone again next time, which will be tomorrow. Until I see you again tomorrow, stay safe everyone, and have a fantastic Monday evening. Thanks for watching.